Hi Aries, this is Mimi with Divination by Mimi. Welcome to your May 2018 tarot reading. Um, Before I get started, if you haven't subscribed and you'd like to, I'd love it if you did. That way we can keep in touch. You can get notifications as well when your sign comes up. Um, if you have a comment or a question, leave that in the comment section below. And if you'd like a personal reading, please email me at mimimemes@hotmail.com. You'll find that email address in the description box below the video. Also, a quick note astrologically for all signs. We are going to be experiencing Uranus, which is a rather unpredictable energy, which has been Aries in your sign for quite a while. I think about 7 years now. It's going to be heading into Taurus on the 15th of May. And you've already seen some of the Uranus effects in Hawaii, but it will make itself known. Taurus rules finances, beauty, the earth, farming. So Uranus being an unpredictable, progressive, non-stagnant, anything can happen type of energy entering this particular sign and second house, you can see what kind of havoc or progress it can bring. So the good thing about Uranus is, well, the chaotic thing about Uranus is you don't know what it's going to bring. It's just going to bring change. That's a guarantee. So watch on the financial world stage. Obviously, on the earth itself, it tends to bring things like volcanoes and things like earthquakes, as well as weather disruptions and stuff like that. But Uranus with the earth, the Taurus second house being about the earth, it would have a big unpredictable impact on the earth, on farming, on beauty, on progress, on everything that has to do with the second house, Taurus, finances, and Venus, of course. All right, that's all I have to say astrologically. Let's get into your reading, Aries. You are a fire sign and cardinal. You rule the first house, and your motto is I am. So those with sun in Aries are very, at their base or at their core, at their ego identity, is about the expression of the I am. Who are you? You're in this world now, first house. So who are you? What is your identity? What is your ego in this particular lifetime? So that's what Aries first house is all about. Okay, I'm going to be using the Thoth deck, our Tahuti deck. This is going to be a 4-card pull based upon some situation in your life right now, some situation that you're experiencing, some feelings that you're sort of sitting in. The first card will be that situation. Second card's a positive aspect. Third card is a negative aspect or a stressful aspect. And then the overall advice is the fourth card. So this is for Aries. Cardinal fire, first house ruler, ruled by Mars, the archetypal male, the sex drive, for May 2018. What is going on with Aries? May 2018. This could be any area of your life, a general reading. It could include love. It depends on what exactly comes up. If the messages don't resonate with you, consider trying your ascendant, your Venus, or your moon sign. And outside of that, then it just wasn't meant for you this particular month because these are general readings. Okay. Holy Hecate, Titaness, Mother, Goddess, Cosmic Soul. What does Aries need to know for? Thank you. Nope. What does Aries need to know? Thank you. Get the Queen of Wands, which is your own energy on the low octave. In the positive aspect, you've got the Princess of Wands, which tends to be it's the Page of Wands or fire energy. And this is communication, as it has to do with creativity, sexuality, passion, career, and spirituality. Negative aspect. The Pisces card in reverse. Knight of Cups. Overall advice is the Leo card in the upright. King or Prince of Wands in this deck. So right now you're sitting in a situation where you're not acting on your best octave, or you're not thinking in the initiative, cardinal, fiery way that Aries does. Aries is a cardinal sign, which means your initiative. That means you likely are the first one to take action. You're the first one to jump in and say, "I'll do it." It's a leadership quality. You're not feeling it right now. You're not sitting in your highest octave right now. You're feeling the other low octave of Aries can be tyranny and impulsiveness. And that might be why the messages, the fiery messages, are on the low octave as well. So your nature is fiery. Your nature is action oriented, yang energy, initiative energy, action. And it's low octave, as I mentioned, it can be you not feeling fully in there, but also being impulsive, making impulsive decisions. And also you are not communicating at the moment. So either you are impulsive in your decisions or you're not moving at all. You're not acting at all. You're sitting possibly in a depressive state right now. It's possible that a Pisces has hurt you in some way, or you've been hurt by a Pisces energy or a Piscean energy. And that's this Pisces card in the low octave, and this is in the negative or the stressful position. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune's low octave is deceptiveness. So you might be feeling as though you're depressed, you can't move forward because you've been lied to. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. You're not communicating with people, okay? You're not feeling your normal action-oriented initiative, just courageous by instinct, movement by instinct self, Aries. Because you've been lied to, it looks like somebody's betrayed you, withheld information from you, but lied to you, basically. So the overall advice here is the Leo card. This is the Prince, or in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this would be the King of Wands, the fixed energy, which is a Leo. Of course, that's fire. Where your motto is I am, Leo's instinct or motto is I will. Okay, and it's ruled by the sun, whereas you're ruled by Mars. You're being guided to a Leonian or Leonine energy, which is willing something, having the strength and the fire and the self-confidence, okay, to start again and to will something into action, to will yourself back out into the world, to will yourself back out into a positive mind frame or mindset where you don't feel like everyone is like this, where you don't get the feeling that everyone is sort of going to let you down, where everyone's going to lie to you, where everyone's got a hidden agenda. And that's kind of where you're feeling right now. Okay, so I'm going to get some clarification with the archetype deck. These are cards designed by Carolyn Miss, based loosely on Jungian archetypes. Can I get clarification, please, on the stressful aspect of the Pisces in low octave and the Leo card for Aries for May? Thank you. 2018. Yeah, so you're feeling, as it relates to this Pisces energy, where somebody's lied to you or made you feel as though you can't trust people, you're sitting here in a victim mode. Sorry if it's reversed, but that does say victim. These cards have a light aspect and a shadow aspect, as all archetypes tend to have, and all people and sentient life forms have. Your light attribute is preventing you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. So this had to happen. None of this is major arcana. However, this is something that had to happen within your control to help you learn a lesson on a higher level, right? So what you're learning here, and this is not something that normally Aries has to deal with because you're such an initiator, you very rarely, not saying you're not screwed over, but it's very rare that you're screwed over and you're left victimized by it, depressed by it, held back by it. Right? So this particular lesson here was to show you the compassion or the understanding that this does happen to other people, And it might give you a little more patience with others if they're sitting in their grief for a while, because it looks like that might be what you're doing, kind of sitting in the pain of this betrayal. But again, the message or the lesson was understanding and being compassionate to people that have been victimized by betrayal, by pain, because you know now what it is. Now, what's up with the Leo card? Thank you. The Exorcist. The light. Okay, so here's the Exorcist. Again, also with an archetype, you get a light and a shadow aspect. This one is freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. So, with the Leo card being the overall advice from Spirit, this was the one card that was not in the reverse or in the low octave. Spirit is calling you to take on the I will motto, the I will ego, and move beyond it. And using the archetype of the Exorcist, again, it says freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses. Destructive impulses can include not moving. It can include you shutting yourself off from the world, closing yourself off from relationships and from love, because that's not really you. You are outgoing, friendly, energetic, kind of magnetic. People like you because you put yourself out there. Right now you're not doing that because of this feeling that you're sitting in as a result of this betrayal. Okay, and you're not communicating with people. And I get that. I can understand why you wouldn't. However, Spirit is guiding you. Take on the Leonine, the I will motto, and use the Exorcist archetype to free yourself or purge yourself of the limiting behaviors of sitting here alone, not going out, not trusting. Because you can trust again. Now you've learned a couple of things from this betrayal. You learned, number one, boundaries to put up and to trust your intuition. If somebody's telling you something that doesn't quite feel right, chances are you got a clue somewhere, but maybe you just overlooked it. It's easy to do. We're in a world where we're kind of taught to shut off those quiet voices inside. Listen to those quiet voices inside for two reasons. The lesson you learned from the betrayal. Now you know what to see as red flags in the future, right? You're like, oh, I felt that before. That's bullshit. I can smell your bullshit, right? And then at the same token, the lesson being that you learn the compassion of being victimized by others, right? Okay, and just to repeat again, the overall advice here is to find the strength, the I will, the Leonine I will, to move forward, to release, free, and purge yourself from these types of destructive habits of isolating and staying alone and staying untrusting of other people. Okay? It's asking you, Spirit is asking you to make a conscious move toward this. But whether or not you do, if you choose to sort of simmer and sort of stay in this energy for a while, which, I mean, you might, you will ultimately still come out because you are such an cardinal initiative, action-taking sign. You're not going to stay stagnant in this too long. It's just completely against your nature. So if you wanted to make that happen and get better faster, use the Exorcist qualities of purging and finding that inner strength, that versus the I am, move it a little further along and say, not only am I here, but I have a will. And I'm going to assert that will and move out into the world and release these negative things. All right, I'm repeating myself. I hope this helped, Aries. If you have questions, again, leave them in the comment section below. If you'd like a personal reading, email me at mimimemes@hotmail.com. Subscribe if you haven't. Otherwise, I will see you next month for the June readings. And you take care.